welcome back to the Start and Succeed Show, a podcast where we share insights, tips, and strategies to help you build a more resilient and positive mindset and help you on your leadership journey, be that in your personal life, in your business, or in your career. Now, my name's Kelly Brummer. I'm your host, and today is the episode's inspired by a self-realization. So this isn't one that I had planned to do. I had planned to do something else, but I thought I'd share this with you because this morning I sat there and, sometimes you think you're progressing quite well. Well, this morning I had the realization that I was in some areas, but in others I wasn't. So this is quite a vulnerable episode where I'm here sharing this realization with you, but I'm hoping by sharing that you can think about your own progress, your own journey, and to see if it's happening to you as well, and then decide what to do next. So this morning, like I say, I was thinking about my own journey. I was thinking about the progress that I've made, but I still didn't feel 100% like I was putting in the effort that I needed to put in. And when I look back on my journey, and it was more of a personal area that I was looking at. So I'm really into golf. I've been playing golf now for about 1.5 years, 2 years, I think it is. And I love it. It's really good for my brain. It helps me to just switch off and focus on hitting the ball rather than focusing on everything else that I've got going off in life and in business. So my golf journey started and my handicap was 48, which was higher than I ever thought was possible. So for non-golfers, previously there was a cap on what your handicap could be, but then there's now the world handicap system, which means that you've got a much higher handicap range. So I went into my golf shop. This was, like I say, nearly 2 years ago. I put in my scorecards to get my handicap, and I was quite excited. I didn't know what it would be, but I never expected it to be 48. Like I say, I think in my head I was better than in reality what I was, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so I started at 48 2 years ago, coming up to, and I worked with a friend of mine who's a golf coach, and he helped me to understand how to hit the ball correctly, how to swing, how to rotate my body. There's so many things that he's helped me with, and over that year, the first year, I was able to reduce my handicap to 27. So I was really happy. I had made all this progress. I'd dropped my handicap. I was competing against people in regular weekly tournaments, and I felt like I was progressing. But then this morning I was sat there and I was just thinking about golf and the fact that I've not played it since at least October 2023. We're now in June 2024. Now, this was a regular activity for me. I played at least once a week, if not twice or 3 times. And it helped that I worked for a golf club at the time. But in that, it made me realize that I haven't been progressing. I'd set myself some amazing goals. I decided at the beginning of this year, 2024, that I hadn't been playing golf for a few months and that my focus for this year would be to get my handicap down to 21 by the end of the year. Again, I'm sat there halfway through the year now going, I've not even played golf once. What's going off? Now, I've got the tools. I have a set of golf clubs. I have a golf membership, which I'm paying for. I have some level of skill and ability to play the game. And there's plenty of golf courses around where I live that I could access. So what's the problem? Well, that realization, that's the whole purpose of this episode, is that realization was that it's me. It's me getting in my own way. And then that got me thinking about other things. Well, if I'm getting in my own way at actually trying to achieve something that I personally set out to achieve, what else am I doing? Where else am I letting this affect me? So I took stock. I spent probably about an hour just thinking about the things that I'd committed to doing, those goals that I'd set, the progress that I'd made against them in my personal life and in my business. And I realized that, I set a goal that in 2024, I was going to launch a membership for my business. That was meant to happen in February. We're now in June. It's not happened. I'm getting in my own way. I'm making it more complicated than it needs to be. I want to host a charity golf day to raise awareness of mental health and well-being. I haven't done anything with that. I have so many connections in the golf space. That could be an easy thing to do. I've got in my own way. And there are so many other things that when I've looked at it, I've gone, okay, Kelly, it's time to fix up. It's time to start making the progress. It's time to get out of your own way and actually work on achieving those things that you want to achieve. So the reason that I'm here today sharing this with you is because sometimes we can, I guess in the online world especially, and in the offline world, we can paint this picture to other people that things are going great in all areas of our lives. And for 80% of that, it may well be. But then there's that other 20% where if you just committed yourself, if you applied yourself in the right way, if you focused on the things that you've said you want to achieve, you can sure as hell do it. And that's why I wanted to share this with you, because if that's happening to me, and I'm nobody special, I'm a unique individual, yes, like we all are, but I'm just the same as you. We all have our same challenges, our same problems. We're all on our own individual life journey. So if that's happening to me, it could be happening to you as well. So I just want you to have a think about that. Like I say, I've been quite open and vulnerable with this because I feel, it's not a big secret. We do let things get in our way. We do sometimes stop ourselves. We procrastinate. We set goals. We don't achieve them. We feel bad about it. But then on the flip side, we know if we applied ourselves and got out of our own way, we could make so many amazing things happen. And when I look back at what I did in the first year of playing golf and I got that handicap down from 48 to 27, I never in a million years thought that I could achieve that in that period of time, but I did because I applied myself and I decided that is what I wanted. So I want you to think about it in your own life, in your business, if you have a business, or in your career. What are those things that you know you want to do, that you've committed to doing at some point, but that you keep putting off, that you keep procrastinating on, that you keep thinking, one day? Well, why does one day have to be one day? Why can't you start on that today? So, like I say, I've done that from a personal perspective and then brought that into my business and thought about holistically, what am I getting in my way of? Think about it yourself, because I can put money on it. There will be at least one thing that if you got out of your own way, that if you put in the effort, put in the work, put in the time, you can make it happen. So that's all for today's episode. I'll be back on track with the planned episodes that I have for you tomorrow. Thank you for listening. If you did find this useful, I say it all the time, but please subscribe. It's great for me to share this insight, these tips, these strategies with you. And if that can alert you to the fact that there's something new out there from me, that's great. Again, leave me some feedback, especially on this topic, because I'd love to know what you're getting in your own way of. Just so that I can say it's not just me. But also, if you feel like somebody in your life could do with listening to this, please feel free to share it with them. I'd like to help as many people as possible to step into their power with purpose and with passion and become the best versions of themselves so that they can thrive and not just survive in this life. And if I can help them by sharing these insights and tips and strategies through the podcast, through social media, through the services that I offer, then that's amazing. So have a great day, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon.